Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel and happy Tuesday. Today, I want to talk about prizing. It's been a hot minute since I've discussed this topic. I didn't really want to discuss anything about cards, particularly or whatever, with the meta changing this week because of the ban list. So, I want to talk about something that is still relevant and will continue to be relevant regardless of a ban list, which is prizing. The reason I'm talking about this today is because I've seen on my timeline the last couple days a resurgence of people that are either having enough of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or swapping to Pokemon. And it really does come in waves. So I figured I'd take advantage of this wave and compare. Because Digimon doesn't even make the conversation. It doesn't. Should it make the conversation, though? That's what this video is going to talk about today. Let me know in the comments what you think about Digimon's prizing. And like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. So what do we got for regionals? And by the way, we're only talking about regionals. And for the people in the comments that want to tell me, but Mario, store championships, I don't want to hear it because the prizing is not worth my time to talk about. It's not. So, regionals. The most competitive of the competitive events. What do we got? Well, for participation, you get 3 event packs and a participation pack. That's actually not bad, right? The cool thing about the Digimon events is that you've usually always been able to at least cover your entry in a little bit more, depending on how new the event pack is. So that's not too bad. Then 128, you get an event pack, and then top 64 an event pack, and top 32 sleeves and the finalist pack. You get an invite top 16. Top 8, you get the finalist set, another one. Top 2, you get a champion set, and then champion, you get the set and the playmat. Right, that's not bad. Right, that's not bad. And then starting in September, we get Event Pack 8. And if you're wondering, and Special Event Pack 2025. So, like, in September, it actually looks pretty cool because you're getting, from 128, an extra event pack because you're only getting 1. Top 64 getting an extra event pack. And then the rest is basically the same from there on out. And if you're wondering what Event Pack 8 comes with, that's what Event Pack 8 comes with. Really decent cards. Like this middle line of cards. And this Shushumon. And this Shellmon. And that Landramon. That's all I would be excited about, if I'm being honest with you. But that's not bad, right? It's just reprints of promos, no alternate arts. Wish there were, but whatever. And if you're wondering what the cards in our current set that you get are, there's nothing really fantastic here. Cool alt arts, but nothing of real meta relevance anymore. With the exception of Return, if you're playing Imperial still. Maybe Perganomon if you're into the rock hype right now. That's about it. So, that's our prizing for regionals, right? And don't forget, Ultimate Cups are no longer in the list because they don't have dedicated events anymore. They just have side events now, and that prizing is okay. So, all right. Not bad, right? It's decent. It's okay. Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals. You get 5 booster packs for entering of the most recent set. Top 8 gets a mat. Top 4 gets a 2-sided deck box. And you get your invites based on who participates, and that's it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals suck compared to Digimon. By a lot. And I've talked about this before. I'll talk about it again now just for saying, because it's part of the prizing. Invites to Nationals, right? Something I've always really praised Bandai about, and I continue to do it, is the fact that no matter the size of their event, it's always top 16. Like, it doesn't matter if it's 500 plus events, 500 plus people. You'll see that with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Regional, if there's 500 plus people, top 64 gets an invite. But Bandai says, nuh-uh, top 16, we don't care about size. And I really like that. I really like that. Because it makes it a little more competitive. And if you really are hungry for it, you gotta shoot for it. Right? You have to. You really gotta shoot for it. Now, it's better when the game is more skill-based and you can outplay opponents like you could back in the day. Not now when, like, you get Sakuya'd off before you even play a few cards because they drew the stuff first, and then you can't really play the game. You know what I mean? Now it's a little bit different, but still, I do give Bandai praise for this. And I know some people don't like that, but I think it's a win. So take that as you will. So yeah, regionals suck. They suck. Now, they don't have Ultimate Cups anymore, so we can't really compare, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Still has their YCSs, their Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series, which was the Ultimate Cup equivalent, basically. Only they do give regional invites to nationals as well, I believe. They used to. Anyway, you look here at the first place prize, you get a special ultra rare prize card, not reprints of cards, right? Very big distinction. Not reprints, not things you could get by going to a store, locals, or opening boxes. No, like a card you can literally never get unless you do well. And then second place gets a super rare version of it. Third and fourth place gets a super rare version of it. On top of that, you get your bag and your Steam deck thing and your dice and your sleeves and your mat. And then it just trickles down from there. Interestingly, they added new, like, promo cards effectively to the prizing. I think they did this because Yu-Gi-Oh! Gets really grilled on their prizing. Like, really fucking grilled on their prizing. So they basically made Effect Veiler with a stamp, cartridge with a stamp, and you get one of these cards or something. It's a stamp. Like, it's interesting. You get sleeves and you get the mat, right? And the trophy, obviously. So, like, you know, YCSs are more worth it, technically, than the regionals. But that's like comparing an apple to an orange. Yes, they're fruit. There are some comparisons you can make, but they aren't the same thing. But they do give regional national invites. So there is that. So yeah. What about the other games? Well, Pokemon, by the way, has events. And so does Yu-Gi-Oh! But I'm going to get back to that in a second. Pokemon regionals. Just regionals. $10,000 for first. And it goes down the list. And you championship points. Because don't forget, Worlds is based on points. It's not there's no national, and it's not an invite-based system. You just build your points throughout the season, and you go. That's how that works. Don't forget that. But yeah, cash. Just straight up cash. Good cash, even. Like, hell, you get $1,000 for coming top 32, if nothing else. What do you get in Digimon for coming top 32 again? I already forget. It's been so long. You get a regional finalist pack. Not worth $1,000. Not anymore, anyway. So yeah. Pokemon always kills it. I'd rather win a Pokemon regional than a Digimon regional, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that straight up. Magic is like similar. I didn't bring it up. It's similar. And then One Piece. One Piece follows roughly the same thing, but the participation pack gets you 6 booster packs, which is, I guess, a little bit better. And then you get, the Black Dawn card, the event pack. It prevents with 1,000 players plus. God, I fucking wish. And you move along here, you can read it for yourself. Event packs and Season 2 all-art cards and event packs and finalist stuff and whatever. Interestingly, Top 8 still has a serial card. Remember when we had that? Do you remember when we had that? Yeah, One Piece still does it. So One Piece prizing, and you can just even see it here, it's just better by a lot. And they don't really do the whole the thing with the pack of cards, right? They don't give us a bunch of bad cards in a pack with alternate arts, or even good cards sometimes, you know what I mean? They just give you the playmat, they give you the regional card set. I guess it is a card set. I lied. I'm a liar. Sorry. Had to finish reading. And there's your serial card. And that's cool. Reading helps. I guess they do the same card set. Oh well. And you get sleeves. That's nice. So yeah, One Piece is better. So, what's going on with this? Well, you know, if you think about it really hard, Digimon isn't that bad with pricing for regionals. It's passable. Like, barely passable. Like, barely. If, like, an F is a failing grade, it's a D, but it's okay. You know what I mean? And you guys, you need to remember, for people that haven't been around this channel for a long time, I used to really go hard at this game, right? Online events, in-person events. I used to fucking go, go, go. And, for a good period of time, because I topped pretty much almost event I went to, if not one, I walked away with a nice little haul of stuff, which is really cool for resale value and whatever. And, in that time, when I was also making content on Twitch and YouTube and all that, you add the pricing to that, and it was like a full-time income. Like, seriously. Like, I'm not even trolling. Between the YouTube revenue, which was never much, never is, never will be, probably. The Twitch income, which used to be a lot more, back when the game was popping, before One Piece came out. And the events and the pricing, it was good, you know? And some of that money, a lot of money, went in the stock market. And I'm forever eternally grateful because it's done quite well. However, nowadays, it's not what it used to be. Every year that goes by, prize support sells for less and less. It does. It does. There's no way to sugarcoat that. It's just loses value over time as the years go by. Like, this pricing doesn't compare to what you could sell the pricing for, the same equivalent pricing for 2 years ago, 3 years ago, like 4 years ago with the Evo Cups. Oh my god, I wish I played Digimon competitively back then. But it's the way it is, right? It's one of the reasons, actually, I kind of cooled off. Because I saw the slope of the pricing going downhill. And, if there was a Digimon event every weekend, you top 3 out of 4, it might be worth your time, especially if you win one. It might be worth your time. Like, to me, if I'm spending money on a game, I want to play it competitively. And I want to be able to say that the pricing is the juice worth the squeeze. The juice is worth the squeeze. I want to be able to say that. But now, the pricing is okay, and there's no events. Barely, right? There's none. Compared to Yu-Gi-Oh!, where it's every fucking weekend. Like, if I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Regional this weekend, I could go to Core TCG, Duke City, Game Escape, Game Guys, Game Theory, JWW Sports, Paragon City, Side Deck. And on Sunday, if I want to do it, it's the Side Deck, Top Deck Cards and Games, all around the States. That's just one weekend, right? It's a shame there's no good pricing for regionals, but you could do it. YCSs are like every month, every 3-4 weeks. And regionals for Pokemon, as you can kind of see here, you got 2 on the first weekend of September. You have 1 the weekend after. You take a couple weeks off, you're back in Milwaukee. And you get another one the same weekend, actually. Take a week off, you're in Lily, then you're in Jadank, and you're all over the place. And the TCG of Pokemon really promotes international play. You know what I mean? Which is cool. I appreciate that a lot. And maybe one day, I don't really do the whole competitive card thing anymore, as you guys are aware. I spend my time doing other things and my money putting it in better places for me, so I can, like, guarantee a good retirement and a good life in the meantime. You know what I mean? Whereas gambling it all on cards and hoping that you don't brick and trying to spend time playtesting, not really for me. But if I were to play a game competitively now, like if I were to stick my toes back in the arena, it'd probably be Pokemon. Unless Digimon changed things. If Digimon started to introduce cash prizing, like, And I understand that Digimon is not Pokemon, right? Pokemon is superior in every way. I say that at the risk of the dislike button being clicked a lot. But the numbers don't lie. Pokemon and Digimon actually came out around the same time, if you remember that, back in the day. But Pokemon blew up, Digimon failed miserably several times. That's it, right? So I'm not expecting a lot, but if there was a reasonable amount of like cash prizing, and there were events regularly, fuck, I'd do it. It's hard to do cash prizing when there's online events, because what are you gonna do? Mail you a check? This is not bad. My alarms are going off. Time for me to go to my next place. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I think my main point. The prizing is okay. Compared to Yu-Gi-Oh! It's great, but we still have a long ways to go. And with that, I'll see you guys later. Bye!